Hi there, welcome back to Insights Explained. I'm Rachel Dijak Isofano. I'm an account development representative over here at FuelCycle. And today I have with me Kevin Lubin. He's an account director at FuelCycle with a background in research. He now works in customer expansion with enterprise research teams to implement online community panels. Thanks so much for joining us today, Kevin.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Rachel.
I'm really excited. So I'm just going to get into it. Here in the market research space these days, we've been hearing a lot of concerns about data quality and online survey sampling. So I'm curious to see how you're navigating these issues over in the world of online community panels. So to start, in simple terms, what are these data quality issues that everyone's talking about?
Yeah, I think at a high level, it just comes down to a question for anyone conducting online research of, can I trust this data? Are these respondents indeed who they say they are? Is the sample truly representative of the specs that I set out in my screening criteria? Unfortunately, these questions are increasingly difficult to answer when dealing with online sample, and it's something that results in a ton of time being dedicated to data cleaning, extending time in field, ultimately leads to a lot of uncertainty around the data being collected and obviously the decisions that are being made from that data.
Absolutely. And this is an issue clearly affecting the entire research industry, from the sample vendors to research practitioners and technology providers to, of course, the end clients leveraging the data. So how do you try to combat this in the world of community panels?
Yeah, for sure. Community panels are obviously in no way immune to these issues. We certainly leverage online panels, in fact, as a great recruitment source among other different sample sources. But with a community panel, you're really implementing rigorous checks at the outset of recruitment, bringing them into the community. And then you're continuously screening these folks over time. So the idea behind a community panel is continuous engagement, the ability to recontact and tap into those audiences longitudinally or just repeatedly. And because of that, it becomes really difficult for the bad actors to hide and kind of fake it with that type of engagement model.
Absolutely, that makes sense. And you mentioned those rigorous checks at the start of the recruitment process. Can you talk a little bit more about what that entails?
Yeah, of course. At the outset, we partner with our friends at Research Defender to build into our screener surveys a series of checks to identify the typical characteristics associated with fraudulent or low quality respondents or the quote unquote professional survey takers. But one of the most effective things for us, and this is something that our Chief Strategy Officer, Rick Kelly, recently spoke about on a panel discussing this very topic at a recent IEX conference, that's been phone number validation. So this is something that's optional for our clients. You don't have to require your incoming community members to provide that data, but you can, and you can validate whether that's a carrier activated number, meaning it can't be a number generated online or through Google Voice or anything like that. It has to be a number on a mobile network belonging to a real person. And that's been a pretty reliable and pretty fantastic way of filtering through and validating our respondents as they enter a community.
That absolutely makes sense. And do you have any closing thoughts on what's being done or steps being taken to help address the data quality concerns?
Yeah, one of the things that we really try to keep in perspective is this is truly an industry-wide area of concern, something that everyone in research, whether it's agencies or in-house teams, technology providers, like you mentioned, the panel vendors themselves, everybody's super focused on working to ensure consistent sample quality. And obviously in the world of community panels, we're among that group, taking new steps every day to ensure that our clients are making strategic decisions off of data that they can trust. And one of the nice things about the space that we're in is you really do feel that element of control over who you're letting in. And as you continue to engage with them over time, not only are you trusting the data that you're getting back, but you're also drastically reducing the amount of time that you're spending cleaning up data, avoiding a lot of that in-field or post-field work, and really concentrating on the analysis and insights rather than sifting through poor quality respondents.
That absolutely makes sense. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for sharing that today, Kevin. And I appreciate you sitting down with me. I look forward to doing this again soon, and have a good one.
Yeah, thanks again, Rachel. This was fun. I look forward to the next one.